that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So we can't love everybody. The Heavenly Father didn't love everybody. Let's hear your verse.
John 13:34 says, and I now give you a new commandment, love one another as I loved you.
Right.
So you must love one another.
One another. Who did he love?
Everybody.
No, he didn't. Give me the book of John 17. You know what I want. He was talking to his disciples in that context.
Right. Ephesians 6:11 says, put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
Spiritual wickedness, so, not fleshly wickedness.
Okay, so let me ask you something. If a man rapes a little girl, is that spiritually or physically wicked?
It's spiritual.
So you lock up the
So
spirit?
you lock up the spirit?
No, you lock up the flesh.
Yeah.
All right.
Confound it.
I just read what you got. Brother Islam, I'm gonna deal with this brother. I'm gonna deal with this brother.
Y'all gotta see things for the spiritual realm.
You just answered your brother.
You carnal minded.
I want to deal with it, brother. I'm not gonna
carnal minded, bro.
Brother. In all sincerity,
But y'all ain't preaching the whole truth. That's all I'm gonna say.
In all sincerity, you just said that it was the flesh, bro.
Bro. It's not about that.
Okay.
It's not about hating the white man.
Let me show you.
It's not about that, bro.
It's not only about that.
It's about that.
It's not only about that.
Now, if you talk about the deception that they have spread into our world, then we can talk about that.
Okay. It's not.
We're still supposed to love one another. It's not about hating the white man.
Let me show you.
It's not about that, bro.
It's not only about that.
It's about that.
It's not only about that.
Now, if you talk about the deception that they have spread into our world, then we can talk about that.
Okay. It's
We're
not.
still supposed to love one another.
You shall not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Y'all should not hate thy brother. Everybody's a brother.
No, he's not your brother.
Why not our brother? Because they not blessed.
Hold on. We're gonna show you. We're gonna show you. He all right. Give me, he all right. Isaiah 8:20. Because if you believe in the Bible,
I'm homeless. All these homeless people,
if you believe in the Bible, then you should listen.
Get all these homeless people out of some money.
Guess
Give them a
what?
place to stay.
No.
Come on, bro. Y'all want to talk about something?
Order.
Y'all want to talk about something?
Listen, brother.
Talk about the homeless people that ain't got nothing.
Right.
Give them something.
If
Y'all walk
here-
past them and don't give them nothing.
You know what, brother?
Give them something.
Brother.
Who the fuck fault it is you motherfucking homeless?
So who don't care about it? Who don't care about it? Where all your white friends? Where all your white friends, brother? That's the wrong with this with the world now.
Because there is no light in them.
Y'all are not
don't have
speaking
no
against
light.
towards
We
it.
reading.
I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved that
Bible
we
said.
read.
I got to
You
say
talked about the
God.
spirit. What's the
It says
spirit,
love,
brother?
bro.
What's
Love.
the spirit?
It
I'm gonna
says
ask you.
love, bro.
What's the spirit?
The Bible says love. I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved
Bible
that we
said.
read.
I got to
You
say
talked about the spirit. What's the
says
spirit,
love,
brother?
bro.
What's
Love.
the spirit?
I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved that
Bible
we
said.
read.
I got to
You
say
talked about the spirit.
I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved that
Bible
we
said.
read.
I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved that
Bible
we
said.
read.
I
Everything
just
we
read
just
what the
proved that
Bible
we
said.
read. What's the spirit, brother? What's the spirit? I'm gonna ask you.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Hakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Shalom. Shalom, Lavaquayim. Shalom to the elect that's laboring. I want to do a response video off of Priest Yacannan. Okay. I'm not titling it that because they will probably pull a channel down if I even put this up. But anyway, it says Priest Yacannan, Fat Albert, cooning for Idumea, Idumea. There's a repost because they took it down. I was looking for it, and I guess they reposted it. Okay. So anyway, Israelites are giving these Christians the business. You know, I was looking at the video, and it was just funny, man. It's really disturbing too of how indoctrinated our people are from the beginning. You know, that's why it was very important for our minds to get taken at such a young age, because once you grow up into it, you won't depart from what you were taught. This is what's so spiritual about us awakening. It was only many a call. So, but only few are chosen. Okay. So even still, the ones that are called is few in number compared to our people who won't get it. And this priest, he was like going back and forth with them. I mean, this guy, I mean, they say we pick and choose scriptures, but that's what I've seen he was doing. But anyway, this camp, I believe, is called Yahweh's camp. And I believe there was a brother in there. I think he called himself Tazadak or something like that. I remember that camp. And he spoke well of GMS. I haven't seen the GMS sign. I don't know exactly what doctrine they teach. We do know that they teach that the Israelites. We do know that they teach the name of the Most High. Look at the channel and his son, you know. So I don't know how far it goes as far as the rest of their doctrine. Anyway, we're going to go into the lesson and keep cleaning, you know. Okay, to prove that this brother that was indoctrinated to us for all men is only talking about the Israelites. And it's really unbelieving. It's unbelievable that this man can even recognize the deceit and the chaos and the madness that this man has done to our people in a whole and nation, as a nation, and even other nations. And he still says we're supposed to love. Do y'all see? Do we see the indoctrination? Okay, that's almost like being schizo. Okay. Anyway, this guy claims to be a Christian, okay, and loves everybody, but he has the most hate and anger for the fight of the truth. So I don't understand, why doesn't he go to the Bloods, to the Crips? Why doesn't he go to anywhere else? And our people that are killing each other, the alarming rate in the church. Why don't he go to Grandma Betsy's funeral to watch her buried to her great grandchildren? Okay, and run up in the church with all that energy and scream, we're supposed to love. We're supposed to love. Where's that at? Okay, where was the love? This guy claims he's homeless. So he runs up into a church and they give him a hoagie, you know? It's that bad food, man. It's bad dieting. It's bad food. It's a lot of things. Okay, anyway, let's go to the John. 1 John 3, and let's go to 3, and let's go to like 9, okay? Whosoever is born of Yahweh doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of Yahweh. Okay, in this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Okay, whosoever doth not righteousness is not of Yahweh, neither he that loveth not his brother. So this guy, okay, is claiming that this is just talking about everybody. Okay, now the scripture just made the distinction of the devil, who is of the devil, and who is of the Yahweh. So this is telling you, anybody of the devil, you're not supposed to love. Okay. And Adumia, okay, he's outside the temple. He's profane, okay. Even the Most High said, Romans, I believe, 9:13, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And I got into it with, I guess we went into a debate out at camp today. Well, we had a little camp session. And the first thing our people can't get by is that loving everybody. Meanwhile, the Lord drowned the Egyptians, split the sea, drowned the Egyptians, burned Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? Did all kinds of things to nations of people. Put our asses on cargo slave ships and brought us over into slavery. So if God loved everybody, why the earth ain't rest, and why everybody ain't at peace with one another? Somehow God loved everybody, but somehow there's wars, rumors of wars, mass genocide, over and over. Proverbs 29 says, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay, let's go on. It goes on to say, let's go on down to 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was that wicked one, and slew his brother. wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteousness. Okay, marvel not, my brethren. Okay, now why does he say brethren? We'll get into that in a second too. Lord will. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you. We know that he had passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren, coming out of that wicked way. This is why we're going out there and we're trying to reach the elect. A lot of guys and a lot of groups are just trying to reach people, after, as I said in the video before, if somebody, I believe 1 Peter 3:15 says, always be ready to give an answer for every man that asks a reason of hope. So if this man was really sincere about, okay, who are we? Where we come from? Who's our enemy? Okay, that's fine. But this guy clearly is out of his mind. There's nothing you can do for this guy, at least at this point, okay? Only the Lord gives the increase, okay? That's what we must remember, because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, going back to Cain and Abel. And ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him. Okay, down, hereby perceive we the love of Yahweh, because he laid down his life for us. The love of God, let me say that. Yahweh Shah is the one laid down his life for us. Because he laid down his life for us, we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren, okay? So let's go on down to get to the point, okay? Because we need to know who the brethren are, okay? I don't understand why this guy isn't expounding this much energy, okay, to the lost drug addicts, okay? He's homeless, so why don't he have a Bible, and why is he expounding all that anger and trying to defend the gospel to the homeless and people who really need to hear the word, his word? You know why? Because the brother priest Yacannan, this brother in Israel, let's say that, he gave him the scripture, Isaiah 8:21, because anybody don't come to this doctrine is because there's no light in them. Our people always want the handouts, from each other. He's fighting for us to get scraps. He's trying to get scraps from other men who's preaching the word, okay? Now, he's homeless, and in all these cities and states, you can go to social services. You can get a food stamp card, and half of them do. But let's be honest, a lot of them have drug addictions and they have other kind of issues going on, and they go through their food stamps and they try to get more drugs, and then they come and ask for help. It's a scam. They've been doing that. Now, if the Spirit is on you to help a homeless person, which I have, this guy don't even know who helps who. We've helped, a couple homeless people, that came up, heard the word, and was sincere. But this guy, he wants the money, he wants the food, he wants to live good, he wants to lay up. This guy even claims he's homeless. Okay, but you can be damn sure he's eating very well. Okay, anyway, this is crazy, Again, he plays the homeless card, but he'll still run up in the church, to get that handout, and then ask us for handouts. What we're trying to teach him is who our oppressors are, why we're in this condition, and then maybe if he learned who he was in the condition we're in, the Most High is the only one that's going to, through his Son, that's the only way that's going to deliver you out of those predicaments, okay? And he didn't read the stories of the Bible where there was men, so-called homeless, vagabonds. I mean, come on, this is just crazy, man. So anyway, let's go on. Let's keep reading. Okay, it says, let's go to verse 23. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of the Son of Jesus Christ, Yahushua, and love one another as he gave us the commandment. Okay, so let's go to who the brethren is. Okay, Romans 9, And I'll get back to the commandment one. Romans 9 and 2. 3. For I could wish, this is Apostle Paul, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Christ for my brethren, okay, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Okay, so this proves that his brethren is his kinsmen according to the flesh. Okay, when you say brethren, see, that was a made-up thing to call everybody your damn brother. You know, Jakes used to do that years ago. You know, they had to, in the 70s, they had to fist up. And that's my brother. Come on, brother. Okay, we see how well our brethren has come along. Our brothers hate each other, man. Okay, this is a clear example. You would think we would try to fix ourselves in their ideology. We would try to fix ourselves and get ourselves together before worrying about everybody else. You know, our people are sick. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to 1 John. Okay, and this is the commandment, that we should believe on the name of the Son of Yahushua, on his Son Yahushua, and love one another. And he gave us a commandment. And he that keepeth the commandments dwelleth in him, and in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Spirit which hath given us. Okay, so what commandments is he talking about? He's saying, hey, this is a commandment, okay, that the Most High, through the name of Yahushua, to love one another. He gave us a commandment. So let's go to Mark, the 12th chapter. This always cleans it up. Mark 12 and 29. And Jesus answered him, Yahushua answered him, the first of all commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. It says, hear, O Israel, and thou shalt love the Lord with thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind, with all thy strength. This is the first commandment, okay? It said, hear, O Israel, right? So this is the second commandment. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor, okay, as thyself, which is thy brethren. As thyself, there is none other commandment greater than these. So when you look at the brethren, is really only talking about the elect of Israel at this point. Because you can't call somebody, especially this guy, a brethren, okay? There's nothing you can do for him. He's, he didn't had his way. He didn't had his time. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. The brothers, according to the scriptures, is the nation of Israel, the Israelites, starting with the elect.